use quotas which are sold to investors in the market. This is what is called securitization. But in this case, as the contract is supporting the issue of quotas, there is no security as such. And this is the big difference between the receivable investment fund and other types of securitization. In the fifth stage, the supplier receives funds from FIDIC and starts to execute his contract, make the investments he needs to make, or use the funds obtained in his operations, fulfills the contract, receives from Petrobras from a transitory or current account, and liquidates the operation with FIDIC.
It's very important when we talk about this transitory account. This transitory account is to guarantee the operation. Because the supplier obtained funds from FIDIC, Petrobras pays to this transitory account, and the transitory account is managed by a liquidating custodial agent who pays FIDIC their part and pays the supplier his part.
The balance of the account. Not all the cash flow generated by the contract belongs to the fund. The fund just advanced part of this cash flow so that the supplier, the service provider, could make the investment or use it for working capital, fulfill the contract with Petrobras, and so liquidate the operation with the fund. An example we could use to show the utilization of this structure, which is very versatile, it could be used in rental contracts, charters, transport contracts, long-term supply contracts, contracts for the supply of materials, facilitates programming of cash flow in Petrobras, maybe to postpone payments, independently of postponing the physical execution. It's an extremely powerful mechanism in that it allows operations completely off balance sheet.
And finally, the eighth step, which is the extreme case of contract rescission, in a situation in which the supplier is not fulfilling the contract, in which case Petrobras rescinds the contract with the supplier, and in possession of this rescission, FIDIC executes the guarantee
and liquidates the operation as the supplier could not honor the contract. His contract was cancelled and he couldn't fulfill his obligations, and he didn't receive payment, so the guarantee came into force, and the fund, and principally the investors, are protected. It is a very good mechanism accepted in the market, and the use of this mechanism in project finance permits perfect project finance, considering that these funds are exempt from taxes, from IOF, PIS, COFINS and CPMF. Tax is only paid on revenue earned by the quota holders at the time the revenue is withdrawn. So it is a mechanism that is almost free of any taxes, apart from which there is less need for intermediation. The taker, the supplier, the businessman receives funds directly from the investor. In this way, the costs are a lot lower than with a traditional credit operation. It is being widely accepted. We already have mechanisms like this in place to attend to companies, suppliers of goods and services, and is being used more and more in project finance. I recommend, for those who intend to go deeper into the subject, that they should go to the website The virtual campus of the Petrobras University, where there is some more specific training in relation to this structure and a bit more profound. One more detail of this mechanism is that it is totally in local currency, so it will attend precisely to all the requisites that were covered in detail in the other modules, such as the currency risk. It can be done totally in the same currency, the local currency, the real, using the same index. So it totally covers the various demands, the country risk, currency risk. So this is one more strong feature of this mechanism, this structure, which allows us to achieve perfect project finance. We are coming to the end of our course in project financing for TV Web, a Petrobras University channel production, and the Business Management School.
But remember, the course does not end here. Log on to our educational material on the web, clear up your doubts, do the exercises carefully.
And we hope you will earn the Euromoney certificate. Good luck!
Até a próxima.
¿Qué tal ponernos al tanto de las últimas novedades del mercado financiero y aún conquistar el diploma de la Euromoney, una de las más renombradas instituciones de enseñanza profesional en todo el mundo?
Participe del curso El Proyecto Finance, el primer curso de proyecto integrado de TV de la web Universidad Petrobras.
Project Finance. Esa oportunidad usted no puede perder.
No pierda el curso de Proyecto Finance, el primer proyecto integrado de TV web de la Universidad Petrobras.
Conquiste el diploma de la Euromoney, una de las más conceptuadas instituciones de enseñanza profesional en todo el mundo.
Proyecto Finance, capacitando al emprendedor que existe en usted. Llegó el curso de Proyecto Finance, el primer proyecto integrado de TV web de la Universidad Petrobras.
Participe de ese importante entrenamiento y aprenda la técnica que va a ayudarle a desarrollar proyectos y negocios.
Usted puede conquistar el diploma de la Euromoney, una de las más importantes instituciones de enseñanza profesional en todo el mundo.
No pierda el curso de Project Finance, aquí, en su TV universitaria.